Baseball is back, and so aren't we with Manchester Public Television's high school baseball coverage. Today we have a great matchup. The Memorial Crusaders, their home opener here at Gill Stadium, facing off against considered one of the best teams in the state, the Portsmouth Clippers. My name is Kyle Heavey. Along with me is Michael Gonzalez. We have a great game ahead of us. Heading to the mound is Mr. Connor McNelly here, who is going to get the ball and see what he can do with this windy day here at Gill Stadium.
Super windy. It should be a challenge in all aspects. You're right. This is one of the best teams in the state. Memorial early in the season. I know I've seen this guy McNelly pitch. He's very good, and if he can knock down a win here, that would give Portsmouth 2 losses already.
Well, playing the field here for the Memorial Crusaders, Alexis Rivera will be in center field. Xander Rivera will be at shortstop. Manny Castro at third base. Nick Loading out there in right field. Caden Berube playing left field. Ryan Cunningham. Oh, see, I might have written this down wrong. No, Ryan Cunningham will be actually at third base, and Manny Castro will be at first base. But we'll see what we can do. Getting the early jitters out of our way so far this season.
Hey, man, we'll work through it.
And starting us off for Portsmouth will be Matthew Hinkler. Hinkler, a phenomenal shortstop, just watching him warming up. And we found out he is headed to Virginia Tech to be a Hokie. And we'll see what type of skills he has here leading us off for the Clippers.
Always nice to see the elite play right in front of you. I remember, got to see Sam Fold play, got to see Carpenter play. You just know something special, and this kid has it for Portsmouth.
Well, the umpires for today's game will be none other than Ed DeMond behind the plate and Brian Troop on the base path. So we'll see how they do. But again, this wind is coming from the northwest, so left field in, we're going to expect a lot of foul balls. And, actually, if balls up in the air are just going to get attacked by the wind and could make things very unique for sure. But now here we go with the first pitch here, and we'll see what McNelly can do.
I mean, you can't underestimate the wind. It's very, very impactful, and that'll be a part of the game for sure.
Attacks of the called strike one to start us off here. Good sign right there. Head coach Matt D'Ambro of Memorial out there in his second year.
Ooh, I went behind him. I got to give kudos to the grounds crew. The field looks good, ready to go.
Obviously, it's turf, so it helps out a lot. But
yeah.
The pitcher's mound certainly looks very nice.
It does help a lot.
It does help a lot. The bases are, again, if you are new to this, watching these games, Velcro down. So they will be moving if any sort of slide happens here. But the 2-1 count goes high, so
we kind of lost control of the at-bat right there. He had him 0-1 and he's letting him slip.
3 straight non-strike balls. And now we'll see what we has. It does here. Hits the outside corner.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? If that's going to be the call, most umps will stick with that consistency. So, they're kind of taking one for the team, getting the bearings on the outside corner or not.
Full count, first batter, and he fouls one out into the stands.
Yep, brought the old number 1 heater, and he caught up to it. And good job extending the bat. Now it's 6-pitch at bat, and you always get a high five no matter what if you can do that.
Well, time will tell here. We're obviously wanting McNelly not to have too much of a high pitch count to start us off. And ball 4, and now we'll see Mr. Minkler what he can do on the base paths as he has a free walk 90 feet up to first base. And now it looks like another lefty here in Gar Hindle, the second baseman. Obviously, he's kind of a shorter stature, but obviously we'll see if he lays down a nice bunt or something like that right here. Obviously, he is from the left side of the plate to first base, much easier, so we'll see.
Yeah, lefty, you start the game. It's a little weird. And, look at the lead that Matthew Minkler is taking, and that's going to get in the head of the pitcher. He's already in his head. And he's gone.
And it's taken off. The throw
nice
down
throw.
is on
Wow, almost
Ooh,
caught
he's
him. Yeah,
kept.
the old slip off the bag trick.
Rivera was trying to work that, but great throw from the catcher's position from Ben Malu.
That was a good throw. Better jump though. I mean, he's first pitch gone.
Malu was the shortstop last year and has jumped into the catcher's role. And very good throw, but you can't help but be impressed with the speed. One pitch, one ball, and here we go with the second pitch of the at-bat to Gar Hindle.
That's a cool name.
I had to question it if I was looking at that correctly because
If the pen ran out of ink or something.
not too many Gars that I know of.
Yeah.
I don't know if the meaning behind that is if there is one, but it's either way. Special name right there, and he's up in the count 2-0. Inside 3-0.
Yep. So this is already not a big sign, but something to think about. If you get a couple walks, the pitcher's gonna get in his head.
Absolutely, and has
Strike zones are hard to hit when you're struggling. It's tough to throw a strike. You see it all the time.
going for the bunt. Oh, should have kept it out there.
Well, I mean,
Kind of interesting. Hadn't bunt the whole entire time, and now up in the count.
that was to get in his head. I think that was to throw him off, try to get the walk, because I don't think he had any intention of actually bunting.
Well, let's see what we
Distraction,
have here.
if
3-1
anything.
count.
Ooh, hit
And
him.
it gets away, and now look at this. See if he comes around.
It looked like it hit him.
And
didn't
now
it?
he's got to be taking that 90-foot run instead of a walk to first base. And now runners at the corners with no outs. And Elliot Miles will be up, the third baseman for the Clippers, number 20 here. We'll see what happens as Minkler is just ready to go. If there's a pass ball or anything, as got Mayluk trying to get his helmet fixed.
Yeah, coach is calling signs through audible numbers. He just yelled 361. So usually, you go to the chest, the hat, the lower area for a sign, but he's just yelling them out.
Well, for our first righty, see if that helps McNelly at all. If that maybe he's more used to right-handers to start off the game.
It's weird because Minkler is a lefty and a shortstop, so you don't see that often.
Well, consecutive walks have allowed the Clippers to.
He's gone. He's going.
Oh,
Good job.
good stop right there. That was a bouncer in front of the plate and able to keep the ball in front of him. Huge spot for the catcher to do that.
Yeah, you don't get that on the. You're not writing that down on the scorecard, but that saved a run.
If that comes to be, if they are able to get some, all it takes is some infield fly balls.
Ooh,
Ball
he's
up
leaving it
high.
high. Yeah, he's leaving it high, and he's definitely looking at the runners here. That's tough to pitch from the stretch. Try to go from the windup as much as possible.
Well, 3-0. See if he has a green light. Does not, and now the bases are loaded. 3 consecutive walks, and we will get a visit here to the mound in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, Sebastian Lampert just hit the at-bat circle like, I'm ready. He looked like he was hungry, and he's imposing force. When you're hitting cleanup with the bases loaded, what's better than that?
Nothing at all to answer your question right
Nothing.
now. Is we'll see what Sebastian Lambert, who is taking the place of the DH, Tucker Husky, will be playing in the field for him out in the left field. So, gotta wonder. Just looking at the size of Sebastian here, he looks like he certainly can hit the ball pretty hard.
Oh, yeah, that's his one job today, is to hit the ball. He doesn't have to focus on anything else.
And now, the lefty, the third lefty of the game.
Heavy on the lefties. Stacking that front end of the lineup, lefty hard.
16 pitches so far, and
Interesting how he's choking up so much.
ball out wide.
You don't see that often nowadays with the carbon bats now. Usually choking up is to get around on the pitch, but it's working for him.
Yeah, it is a good amount of space between the end of the bat and where his fingers are. See if that works to his advantage. Ball inside.
Yeah, he's struggling out there. He's a little wild. And he's missing inside and he's missing high a lot. He's probably not used to these lefties, Kyle. It's probably a new look for him.
Again, this is
Because you can figure his curveball, it's all slider, it's all based on righties typically. Nice
right.
pitch.
This gets the strike there.
Nice pitch right there. Good comeback.
2-1 count now.
Surprised he didn't pounce on that.
It was there, but he decided just watch it go by.
Could have been a coach's order too.
And now a little ground ball. Rivera will field it. Gets it over to the second.
Need it.
Throw across.
Out.
Is in time. A double play. The run does come around to score.
That's great.
As Minkler is questioning that call right there.
What do you think?
But
I think he had him by a stat. Barely. I think he had him.
It was close, but I think that he got it. So nice job by Xander Rivera getting it to Nick Duclos, sending it over to first base. And now one run comes around, runner at third base, and 2 outs. Huge spot right there to get.
Huge spot. They'll take that run all day for that double play. And they converted it. Pitcher loves a situation like that.
Ball outside, and we'll see now.
Just like that. At a 2-0 count, bases loaded, no outs. Now you get 2 outs. See, things can change if you just keep your head up and keep persevering. That's my Tony Robbins speech of the day.
I mean, you always got to need those in your life. And now, look at this. 1-1 count to number 14, Jake Carlisle. Jake will also be the pitcher today, so he gets an idea of what the strike zone is like. Ooh.
Yeah, curveball left it high. A little snap on that curveball. Could have been a slider. Definitely a
It looks
movement.
curveball for sure. It just, I didn't caught the jet stream. 2-1 count here. McNelly trying to get out of this jam here. Ball outside.
See, he can be a little particular now because of the situation. Literally, he could walk to the next 2 people. It's not ideal, but he doesn't have to force one in like a 2-0 count with no outs, bases loaded. Here he has a little more wiggle room to be cute. As
Wow, ball goes flying over Melu and a
yeah, that's on him.
runner comes around and
You got to get to that plate if you're the pitcher. You know, you got to know this is a lively backstop. You could make a play on that, you know, but it didn't seem like he got there in time. Again, great effort by the catcher, but I think he's frustrated with himself right now.
hey, you got to be at that rate. You just wanted that to be better. But the Clippers now taking a 2-0 lead here. Still 2 outs. Runner now at first base as that was a ball 4 on that play. So Jake Carlisle will be at first, and now Frank Krupp, the catcher,
This guy's old school. You can tell.
the 6th spot in the lineup. And Frank is up to bat here in the top of the first inning.
Old school name, old school stance, catcher.
Ball gets away. Runner takes off, and he'll be safe at second base. So Carlisle with a stolen base here. And just 180 feet away from adding another run for the Clippers. Long first inning here. 4 walks in the inning so far
Ouch.
for McNelly. And now a send into
he's gotta
left
send him
field
home.
to see what the arm is.
Nice
The throw
throw.
is there. The runner is there. And he is safe. The throw down to second. He is safe. That ball goes out into the outfield. But he's just going to stop at second base as he is hugging the
He is.
second base
Like he
itself.
broke a record.
And Frank Krupp will get an RBI single stretched to a double. And the
Now, you know,
Clippers now leading at 3-0 with, again, a runner in scoring position.
I'm not trying to be critical, but the situation with the wind, I'm surprised the left fielder wasn't in a little more because you know on a hit he's coming in for a play at the plate. Almost had him too. If he had
It was
a
a
little
good
more
throw.
room.
It was certainly a good throw.
Just seems a little too far back at the time. Even now, I would have brought him. I would bring him in another 10 yards. Number 7 hitter.
And we have Joe Zigarello doing the at-bat here. Zingarello. We're going to go with that. Sorry, Joe. Joe is playing out in right field today, so see what we could do with this bat with, again, a runner in scoring position. Ball outside. Count now goes to 3-0.
I tell you what, I hope these kids really enjoy these moments because this is bringing me back to the days. This is nothing better than a nice spring baseball game at Gill.
Called strike. Obviously, he did not get the green light. He held off there. You can hear the winds in your microphone here. No, it's perfect. That we want that just to show how windy it is.
Nice
Swing and a
pitch.
miss. So now we got a full count.
Coming back in
Connor has not had a full count since the first batter.
I know, right?
It's
Every
been-
at-bats have been a full count, right?
It's been a good amount of walks here.
Yeah. Got him on.
Outside and count that another one as a base on ball.
Yeah, he almost did himself a disservice by that reaction there. Take your base in a hurry. Don't look back. Ever look back. You're just giving the ump a chance to go streak.
Well, now we'll see what the pair brothers, the Driscoll brothers, can do here. As still 2 outs here. Ball does get called a strike. This is Devin Driscoll, who the center fielder, doing the job at bat right here.
So we'll have Driscoll in for Memorial leading off the inning will be the Rivera
Ooh,
brothers.
all right. Let's see. That's actually that's very valid. That we have a lot of brothers in a row here. If Bowden is able to get up to bat here. But down 0-2 in the count. Devin got to protect. He
Ooh,
hits one
nice
down
hit.
the first base line. Got to be heading over. Another run will score for Portsmouth. And an RBI double from Devin Driscoll down to the count 0-2. And he is able to send one out past the first baseman. And
I'll tell you what, Nick Letting on that, the right fielder, not only did he avoid the goalpost, got the ball, fired it in, and hit the cutoff, and he saved the run right there. That's a great play. Another thing that won't show up on the score sheet, but good hustle.
Nick Loading will be
What
the
a
one
hit,
out
though.
there. Yeah.
He turned on that sucker.
RBI double. So, couple things working in the way of Portsmouth here in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, you're filling in a lot of diamonds over there.
I definitely am doing a lot more writing than I was expecting to here in the first. A big swing and a miss. We got Zingarello at third base, Devin Driscoll at second base, and we'll see. 1-1 count.
Anytime your
Ball
brother
low.
gets a hit, you got to get a hit, because you got to go home and talk about it. Your brother gets a double, you got to get a triple. Simple as that.
Well, we'll see. Bowden, the first baseman here.
It's not going to be a long game for McNally if this keeps up.
Oh, gets a called strike
Yeah.
outside.
Very.
Bowden not pleased with that.
When you're struggling, I feel like an umpire can kind of sympathize because you're in it together,
2-2 count, 2 strikes.
He's going to take advantage of that. Go again. Yep.
Gets it called strike 3.
Bam.
And there we go to end the
I
top
don't-
part of the inning. Connor McNally able to finally get a K, but 4 runs do come across the board, and the bats of the Crusaders have got to get things going here. We'll have the likes of Alexis Rivera, Xander Rivera, and Manny Castro due up. Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Heavey for Manchester Public Television here from Gill Stadium. Back with more after this. Jake Carlisle will take the bump here for the Clippers as he was able to help the cause for his own self with a walk and a run scored here. But we'll see what Alexis Rivera can do, leading us off. First home game of the year for the Crusaders. And like to see what he can do here. Him and his brother back again for another year. And Michael, I know you have all the information about Alexis and all the batters here for Memorial.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't matter what the information is. This guy's throwing very, very fast. Oh, yeah. But, the warm-ups, you saw how fast he's throwing. So it's like,
And Carlisle certainly has a cannon on his arm. Not really effective so far as he's throwing 2 straight balls.
Yeah, it's funny you should mention that because I do have some personal knowledge of these kids on the Memorial squad. He's a track star.
Indoor.
He won not only a track star, he won the state championship for long jump.
Ooh, all right. So we need to get him on base for sure.
Yeah. He's leaps and bounds above the rest.
Well, he certainly got some skill with his speed, so we'll see what he can do. 2-1 count as Carlisle. We'll see if he throws a slider here. No, went for the almighty fastball, but it was.
I guess it was 2 down the middle.
It's a little low.
Little low.
It was a little low.
Yeah. But that's good. Here we go. And I like that Memorial's chatting it up on the bench. I like to see a lively bench.
They are loud for sure. I remember them from last year for sure. Oh, big swing, and now we have a full count. Just
Good
like
comeback.
just the way that Portsmouth started in the top of the first. We'll see what Alexis can do at the bottom of the first. With
So
now.
much riding on that. You wouldn't expect the first at bat to be so important, but momentum's everything.
And when you're down 4-0. Ball 4, and
Good job.
sprinting down to first base like he's running the 100-meter.
Yeah. You know, that's a good job keeping an eye on that ball because it's so easy to swing at any. You can tell yourself sometimes. I used to do it. I'm swinging at this pitch no matter what.
I know. I do that in my head as well. But he held off. He was able to see that it was going to bounce in front of him. And we'll see if Xander Rivera can feel any of the twin brothers' energy here and see the ball well.
Well, there's definitely a rivalry between these brothers because Xander also is a track star. But instead of the long jump, he's a champion at the high jump.
High jump.
He
Okay.
jumps high, and he jumps long. And together, they're the best cannonballers in the neighborhood pool.
Watch out now. Watch out. It's a little too chilly in the year for that. Says again, it is pretty warm today. It's 67 degrees I think I had, but these wind gusts of 30 miles per hour have not been very nice for anyone walking the mean streets of Manchester.
I saw a chihuahua blow away today.
It was don't put a balloon on your chihuahua, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
It's a terrible idea. But 1-0 count here. Takes a ball low as the catchers can't believe that it just barely missed.
Yeah, so we're finding out his range, the umpire's strike zone. He's given the outside call, but he's really not about the low pitch.
Frank Krupp doing the catching duty here for the Portsmouth Clippers. Ball gets away, and now running up 90 feet easily, Alexis Rivera will be in scoring position.
Always nice to get a freebie that way. You don't have that force out, and it just opens up more opportunities.
Don't have to worry about any sort of double play type mentality here, as now this makes things easier. But again, a base is now available, and the count is 3-0 to Xander. So see if he will take a step to first base here after this pitch. Inside. Oh, my.
Ooh, where you go?
Oh, my.
Yeah, ump's like, excuse me, we're not done here.
Well,
Yeah.
we're a different angle up here, I suppose. But,
Not really, but that body language can do a lot for an umpire. Some umpires, it's their game.
And now sent to the star shortstop, who gets the easy throw over to first base. As again, Matthew Minkler is just someone we're gonna have to mention a few more times because you saw how smooth that was.
Yeah, great players make plays look easy. Now, people who watch them do that, like, I could do that. You know what I mean? Like, players that are the greatest make the game look easy.
Well, Alexis was able to move over to third base, and we'll see what Manny Castro can do to get an RBI here.
This guy's very good. Last year, he was one of the top players in the state, actually. If I'm right, I think he made All-State. He did. Yeah, he did. He made All-State, third team last year. So,
Third team.
That's pretty good.
Well, I know he's a big, strong hitter. Oh, try to get it through the middle, but Minkle throws across,
Whoa!
and
Just a little bit of hesitation.
safe
He was
there.
safe.
Manny Castro was able to use his speed,
He fired that thing.
and he got an RBI out of that, as well as Alexis Rivera able to come around. And Minkler not pleased with that, but not much more he could do.
Right, he made the play. He had to go to the ground. He kind of depended on his arm. I mean, the arm's there. We saw that. But Manny Castro with the hustle. Always hustle. Always got to hustle.
We'll see what Nick Loden can do here with his bat. Sends one out into center field.
That's over his
It's
head.
over his. Oh, we'll see.
Wow.
Oh, what
boy.
a catch.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, boy. Dun-dun-dun. Well, Devin Driscoll, you
I mean,
proved yourself worthy right there by.
that was wind-aided, I would say. Different kind of look, huh? That ball went this way. It zagged.
There was a lot of zigging. A lot of zigging for sure. And now with 2 outs, runner at first base, we'll see what number 11 and Caden Berube can do.
Unfortunate, because if that gets over his head,
That's going. That's just going to continue moving.
yeah, and it's a 4-2 game at that point. But it's not, so we won't dwell on that.
Yep.
Good move.
Good call. Good move over there. Sorry I didn't move the camera fast enough. I was trying to write down all the information here to get things all squared away. But Caden Berube, the left fielder,
When
and
you
he's
can, when you can show a good move,
a little
it impacts the
dribbler
game.
here. See if there's a tag. No tag. Throw across. And in time. And
Solid.
Portsmouth able to keep things in line here, with only allowing the Crusaders to score 1 run. We'll head to the top of the second inning. Clippers will have the top of the lineup here. Back with more after this. Well, Connor McNally will be back on the pitcher's mound here for the Crusaders as we start the top of the second inning. And he'll have a tough spot in the lineup here with big hit. Oh, caught.
It's easier that way.
Well, it's a smart move. I just around the horn they're going to do things. So 1 pitch, 1 out here, and that was to Matthew Minkler, who just got a hold of that one, but sent it right to the first baseman and able to read that cleanly and get that out. So
Yeah, he turned on that. That shows his big talent because Connor McNally throws mid-80s. Probably the hardest throwing pitcher Memorial has on the team.
first baseman is Ryan Cunningham again. I wrote that kind of incorrectly.
Wow, that was a ball.
Well, it's just a little up top.
Yeah, but it's still it's like a long foul. It's just 1 strike.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Gar Hindle here had a 5-pitch walk in the first inning, and he sends one up in the air.
Go get it.
See what happens, son. Oh, glad they were able to communicate well. I know that Alexis Rivera, with his speed, was able to, and now we got hats flying everywhere. Great. I mean, look at this. 3 pitches, 2 outs, and a well done right there by the right fielder in Nick Loden.
Last inning was about 20 minutes, and now we're pushing 2 minutes. It's a funny game, huh?
We'll see what Elliot Miles can do. Elliot walked and was kind of stuck in a double play situation that was not able to get to the base in time.
Now, everybody knows that the center fielder has the right to call off the ball. And if he wanted that ball, he would say, I got it. But he saw the guy breaking on it. And to lay off that and avoid a collision takes just as much skill, and he should be very proud of himself.
Ball low, so now 3-0 in the count. Miles only had 4 pitches in the first at-bat. All 4 were balls, and now he's 1 pitch away from having another.
I got to say, I'm a little
4-pitch
surprised.
walk.
I'm a little surprised at the swinging at the first pitch like that, considering
And look at that.
the 6 walks of the game. You don't really swing at the first pitch to start an inning in that situation.
Well, when you got a lead, you obviously can get away with a little bit more. And now, number 23, Sebastian Lambert, who was the one who grounded into the double play. We'll see if he can do better this time from the left side of the batter's box. Ball low. Oh, ball gets away, and that makes for an easy 90-foot jaunt to the 50-yard line. Second base now. Non-vacant.
Yeah, lefty cleanup hitter. Guy in second. A duck on the pond.
See, Connor's looking back. He's got to go to the plate.
Ooh, okay.
Close.
It's hard to tell up here, low and high.
6 straight non-strikes so far here. Kind of making things.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering if Coach got to them and said, hey, guys, why don't we lay off the first pitch for a minute? Let this guy bury himself with some pitches.
Ball 3. So, see if Lampert can get on base for the first time. Again, hit into a 6-4-3 double play.
Connor McNally doesn't seem very pleased with strike calls today.
It's a... And another walk right there.
It's a good time for a mound visit.
A
there you go.
quick visit from the coach. Well,
pretty textbook mound visit right here. You gotta get a feel on him, what's going on, because his body language suggests that he's a little frustrated. So you go out there, you say, hey, what's going on? I don't know, Coach. The blue, I don't like the calls. And he's like, hey,
Ed
forget
DeMond
about
is
it.
not, as good as I want him to be. So again, it's tough. I mean, 8 straight balls right there thrown after getting 2 outs and 3 pitches was huge. And
looks like he just fixed his mechanics a little bit right there. Told him you're landing in the wrong spot. Made a little indicator mark for him. And, fix him up. Get on with the game.
Get him squared away. And looking to square one up is Jake Carlisle, the pitcher himself, looking to get an RBI. He walked and scored in the first inning.
You get one visit to your pitcher before you have to take him out. If you go second time, you have to take him out each inning.
Oh, that's not a good sign. Is again a 9th straight pitch that is not called a strike.
Yeah, streaks are streaks for a reason.
Yeah, that's true. They can all be the Bruins streak. And now a little ground ball. Let's see.
Hurry.
Can they make a play? Cunningham gets it, and we are out of the jam.
Well played.
No runs come around, 2 walks, and that will do it. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning and see what the Crusaders can do. Down 3 runs. Back with more Manchester Public Television's high school baseball action after this. Ryan Cunningham will be starting us off here in the bottom of the second inning. He just quickly made that out after a nice little play by the second baseman Nick Duclos to get that 4-3 out. And we'll see what Jake Carlisle has in store here as he's looking to continue to keep the Crusaders at bay. First pitch is outside.
When Cunningham's not playing second, he's usually doing the pitching for this Crusaders team. So, he's versatile. He's good with the pitch range, where to key in on.
Wow.
Nice curveball.
Nice job right there.
That thing bended.
I mean, that's a wishbone.
Yeah, that's a good one. If you can keep snapping those off, he's had a couple hangers.
Memorial's got to be able to use one of those to their advantage. Outside call.
See, was that a ball?
Well,
so it's
we're not getting paid to be down there.
No, it's got to be consistent though, Kyle, because it's not fair to the hitters. It's got to be consistent.
Gotcha. Well, 2-1 count.
I'm not saying that to his face.
Goes to 3-1.
If he chooses to watch this game, he can. But I'm just saying, typically as an up, you want to be as fair as possible.
Colin Logue on deck here. 3-1 count. The pitch.
High and up.
High and away.
So there you go. They did it last inning. This is base runners equal runs. Simple as that. So that saying, a walk's as good as a hit? Sometimes it is. When you're leading off an inning, it is.
Colin with a very bright white helmet here.
So white.
The rest of the team has mostly got blue, I got to say. It's been impressive to see. I remember his brother did that, I believe, as well.
I like a lone wolf, I like the rogues.
Fastball hits the outside corner for strike 1.
I'm going to wear that helmet that's white, and I'm going to be me.
It's coming back to me. His brother played a lot of ball and he also played for the Sweeney Post in the summer. So it's good to see another sibling here.
Could be a legacy helmet, Kyle.
That's certainly it's a possibility. I'm not sure what the expiration is on these things.
Looks like a Joppa, an old Swedish hockey helmet.
Well, oh Mike, that's a blast from the past. 1-1 count. Try to go for the bunt. That was a great effort. Just really.
You can lay off that. You don't have to swing at the bunt. You don't have to offer. They call it offering.
Well, he won't be bunting here unless he's really. That's his specialty with a 1-2 count.
Some people are tricky, but you want to protect the plate.
Outside, same exact pitch.
Yeah. I used to, when I was called on to bunt, I would get a strike on purpose so I could swing away.
Yeah,
Not very, very team player of me.
Well, it's all good here because
I got that off my chest finally.
2-2 count.
See, that's well. Okay.
I heard that.
I don't blame him. So if he's gonna do this, just stick with that. That's all. I think when he called that outside strike last time, he's kind of feeling bad for the pitcher a little bit. So people are human. We all have emotions.
Well, definitely a lot of craziness that just happened there.
Yeah, what is going
While
on?
he went to the batter's box, while he thought he was going to first base, that left Cunningham in no man's land as he thought it was ball 4 as well, and he ended up getting tagged out. So an unfortunate out right there for the Crusaders. And inside I don't think that hit him, but it goes for ball 4. And now he can take his jaunt down to first base. Buddy Cunningham has got to be frustrated right there.
I mean, 3 people are at fault there, and one's the first base coach.
Well, I gotta say the batter. You got to know how many what your count is. But either way, great job by Frank Krupp to throw that ball to first base and get the runner off the bag.
Yeah. Whatever you got to get outs, you get them any way you can. We've all seen Rookie of the Year.
Absolutely. Great game. Great movie right there. We'll see what Ben Maylou can do here.
Strike. I mean, that was right. That was a good pitch. I mean, that's hard to hit when it's tailing like that. I mean, he's probably throwing mid-80s.
Maylou, the catcher, obviously has seen a number of pitches today, but that's, I don't think that Connor's throwing something like that.
Those hurt when you nub one off the bat, too. That hurt. I guarantee
ball,
that hurt.
First baseman. Nice
play.
Little
good cover on the pitcher.
Jake Carlisle, who loses his hat for a moment there with the wind.
Yeah.
And you got to give some love to the first baseman right there and Driscoll.
To get an idea of the wind, I just watched a Keno ticket fly all the way from right field all the way to the Memorial bench in about 10 seconds. So it's flying out there.
We had to keep the windows shut here. The audio might not be as much of the game as you might prefer or like, but at the same time, you were going to hear a lot of that. A little ground ball. Carlisle going to take it himself. Now he gives it to Driscoll, and the Clippers are able to get out of that, and we'll head to the top of the 3rd inning here. No runs for either squad in the second. We'll see what happens in the 3rd. Back Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Levy after this. Portsmouth catcher Frank Krupp up to bat for the second time in this game to start off the top of the 3rd inning. Krupp was able to get an RBI single in the 1st inning to help his team increase their lead. And now, first pitch was a ball. And it seems like Connor McNally has been able to get...
Whoa,
well... I felt like he was had things squared away, but that pitch said otherwise.
I mean, that was a good 8 feet high. But, hey, again, look at he's crowding the plate big time here.
Wow. Yes, he is. I'll zoom in on that and when he gets back into this. No pitch count here for high school baseball.
I mean, he's on the lines like Carl Everett used to do.
This is obviously he wants the...
I mean, that foot is hanging over the plate.
Called strike. Looked outside, but at the same time, when you're that close, what else are you supposed to do?
I don't know. I've never really seen it before.
Well, a 3-1 count to Frank. And that pitch did not work, and we have a very fast run to first base and a 5-pitch walk here to start us off.
Your coach has probably seen enough of that.
Yeah, it looks like he is going to come out again. And
I mean, two of the most interesting pitches I've seen in a while. Fastball, I guess he left it high.
well, he is asked for the ball, and
Yeah,
he
coach
will
is like,
get it.
Coach is like, no more of that. So, but good job. You know what he did good? 4 runs in the first. He stopped the bleeding. He had a great inning last time, and don't get mad at yourself. Good job.
Connor McNally will leave the game, and we will get a new pitcher. It'll be none other than number 15. Do I know his name? I do not, but we will look this up and get this all squared away.
It's Colin Logue.
Thank you.
He's typically a catcher. He's a junior on the team. He comes in to pitch. Interesting fact about Colin is he has a brother that plays for the Central West team.
Yeah, so that's why it'll be interesting to see what happens here. We'll take a quick break and kind of get things squared away. Back with more after this. Well, Colin Lowe comes into place. Connor McNally had a tough go of it. 2+ innings, 7 walks, 2 hits, 4 runs, and 1 strikeout here. And we'll see what Colin can do with his pitching ability. Again, a 4-1 Clippers lead so far here through the first 2+ innings.
Attaboy.
Nice snap pitch type thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a different kind of delayed throw, but it does. It comes in and they snapped on it. I haven't seen him throw anything but fastballs yet, though.
Well, it's about accuracy, but that one did not hit the plate. 2-1.
Had the
Count.
pop, though. You can really hear that mitt.
2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at first base. And my apologies, we didn't even mention is Joe Zingarelli. He sends one out towards Maple Street. Did that land on the roof?
Yeah, it'll happen. You can see that happen about twice a game. Couple up top of us.
Well, 2-2 count here. Trying to get the first. Oh, a ball. Wow, what a great snag behind the batter.
Yeah, I mean, lucky
Malu.
it didn't hit him, and great extension. Go gadget arm on that one.
Ben Malu, you just got yourself a Kyle point or something. That's pretty impressive. Oh, now it's jammed up in the air, but it looks like Alexis Rivera
Can of corn. He
sees
had that.
and says, all right, I'll give you a first out.
Sometimes when you know it's coming right to you, you can literally do the alphabet in your head.
And we'll see what Devin Driscoll does. He had an RBI double back in the first inning that allowed the run to score. That was the 4th run.
That was a ripper down the line, right?
That was. And we'll see what he can do.
So if you're the coach, you're kind of telling the right fielder, hey, be aware, he's a pull hitter.
First pitch goes for ball 1. Frank Krupp at first base. Doesn't seem like the most speed on the team. Ball misses outside. 2-0 count.
It is hard to pitch to these lefties. When you have 4 lefties in a lineup.
I mean, it's impressive to see how many lefties that this Portsmouth squad
4 out of 5, too, right away.
Misses. And now, green light or no? You know that he can hit if he gets a pitch.
Not a chance.
Not a chance? All right.
They're too disciplined, I think.
Well, find out right here.
And it's an empty feeling, too, because you know you can't. You can't do it against the coach's wish. But, man, is it nice and juicy. Oh.
That was a nice steak right there served in front of him.
Oh, A1.
Oh, hits the plate, bounces over Malu, and now just moving up 1 base. I wasn't sure if Frank was going to try to do a quick run around the base, but he just stopped it right at second, and now a second walk of the inning. And Bowden Driscoll, who is the only one to strike out so far on the day. questionable call, but at the same time, it worked very well for Connor McNeely
Is that
or
8
McNelly.
walks? That's 8 walks for this team, right? They 8 free passes. Surprised it's not more than 4-1. That double play ball was huge.
Yeah, because up until then there was 3 straight walks. That was to start the game. Inside, called strike though.
Good pitch.
Bowden kind of looked up our way like, hey, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I told him, hey, it was a good pitch. It was a strike. It was a good pitch.
Bowden rocking some nice New Balance sneaker shoes.
Nice observation.
Ball up high.
I bet he forgot his cleats.
I was wondering, kind of zoomed down into them.
That happens.
Figure out maybe they're just turf shoes. I think that's
true.
what they are.
You're right about that.
We didn't have those,
really.
back in our day.
Nope.
Oh, sends one out
Go get it.
Nick Loading, and is
job.
able to get that and quickly gets it in. And now we have 2 outs and top of the order here for Portsmouth.
There was a day where you'd throw your weakest fielder in right field. That day is come and gone because right field is one of the most important positions. And the way the ball tails, you got to have a good arm. He's done nothing but play good right field today.
It's kudos to him. Right now we'll see
sure.
what Minkler can do. He is 0 for 1 on the day with a walk.
He just looks like he's got it. Some people just are smooth, and the way he just limbers up is smooth.
Well, 0-1 count or 1-0, excuse me. No, make it 1-1. How about that? As strike kind of worked out.
I mean, it was there. Looks like A-Rod out there a little bit with his poise.
Been impressed with Colin so far. He's come in and been very, I wouldn't say dominant, but definitely effective.
Effective. 2 fly balls. Let your teammates in back of you do the work. Walking people is just not the way to go.
That's
Get the ball
true.
over the
count.
plate and make contact.
Oh, now some trouble here. Minkler, who has already walked in the first, he did send a screamer to Ryan Cunningham at first base last inning. So we'll see. 3-1 count. And he will take another free ride up to first base. The 9th walk of the day for the Crusaders. Or I guess it's the Clippers. And now
9 walks. I mean, that's what you get in like 4 games usually.
Gar Hindle, who was up to bat, he walked and also flew out to right field his last time up to bat.
Coach just told the catcher, I heard him, blocking everything. You got to block everything.
Ooh, strike 1 right there. So Frank Krupp at third base, Devin Driscoll at second base, and Matthew Minkler at first base. Lots of speed on the base paths. And sends one out to center field. It's going to one hop, and we'll see what Rivera can do. Gets the ball in quickly and allows only 1 run to come around, and that increases the lead for the Clippers to 5-1.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I was trying to relay my message on that hit. The left fielder was out a little bit. He came up flying. You got to have some urgency. Even though it wasn't the greatest throw, it was accurate, and it was imposing, and it stopped them. It stopped them from coming in. Most times you're coming in, you're scoring. You don't get thrown out a lot.
No, yeah. Oh, sent out to right field.
Oh.
Gets down, and it's going to go around off the fence. This is going to bring 1 round, 2 runs, and now 3 runs coming around. The throw to third is not in time, and we have a 3 RBI triple.
Bench. Oh, my gosh. The bags clearing triple.
Elliot Miles has come to play today, and that was a big spot right there. It is now an 8-1 lead for the Clippers.
That was the play of the game. That was you clearing bases? Nice job, kid.
Took a weird hop off the fence, and Nick Loading did a good job of getting to it quickly. But again, that wind, and it's a long ways to third base from that throw.
It sure is. It's about 20 seconds of running.
Obviously, we had a lot of speed on the base paths with Minkler and Hindle, but
Good call on that. You're right. If you're scoring from first too, that'll take some wind out of you.
he definitely needs some oxygen to the dugout right now because that was a lot of running. But a triple right there, that's huge.
Clean triple too. Sometimes but that was a rope right down the line.
Ball high.
And you're right. That was a good job getting it in. But what are you gonna do? Is
I don't know if that was. I'm guessing it was the second baseman in Nick Duclos who decided to throw to third instead of going home with it. And now we have another walk here.
double-digit walks. That's 10 walks for Portsmouth. No wonder they have 8 runs. I mean, every hit they get is double the impact.
Sebastian Lamper with consecutive innings with a walk.
Oh, we see Coach Ray, Central football coach, taking an eye on the game.
Jay Carlisle up to bat now. The pitcher for the third time bounces in front of him. Again, good stop there by Malu, able to keep things in front of him.
Maybe he brought that football for me to kick that field goal finally.
And we're waiting for that to happen for sure.
I got your football here. At a baseball game.
Big swing and a bigger miss right there. Ties the count up at 1-1.
Yeah, look at this wind.
And you can kind of see it every now and then.
Yeah, you see the third base coach's jersey. Look at the guy on third's jersey. It's just flapping like a flag. Nice pitch.
Another swing to give you an idea. We'll kind of zoom in and show you some of these. I mean, your jersey is looking like a flag today.
Even the pitcher, yeah.
Well, a 1-2 count here.
This is big. Ew.
Trying to get out of the inning. Taken off from first, and he has to throw across the diamond.
Easy
and
peasy.
able to make it. Ryan Cunningham
Good job.
takes the ball from Xander Rivera.
A lot of damage, though.
4 runs come around that inning, and it is now an 8-1 lead. We'll head to the bottom of the third inning and see what the Crusaders can do to get things going. Kyle Heavey, Michael Gonzalez, back with more baseball action after this. Fresh off a grounding out, Jake Carlisle still on the mound here for the Portsmouth Clippers, facing against Alexis Rivera, who had a walk in the first inning and was able to come around and score the lone run for the Crusaders. We'll see what he can do here. It's his second time up the bat at the bottom of the third.
Right. This is his. Ooh.
Sends one out. Tough play, and it's got a one-hop, and he'll get a single out of that.
That's a tweener. When you're out there, you're like, should I go for it? Because if you miss, it's a home run.
It's going a long way.
So you got to make that play. Some people dive at it. Some people play it safe. And
what are you supposed to do when you got a track star, with that speed? So just the second hit of the game
you lay
for
up.
Memorial. Xander Rivera up to bat here.
He's
taken off.
What a gun.
Oh, just not able to keep
had
that
him.
in the
He
pocket
had
of
him.
the glove.
Well, he didn't get the out right there. He had him on the timing. What that's going to do, though, that's going to scare Memorial's coaching into sending people. So, addition by subtraction and a little bit of that.
Xander here is 0 for 1, grounded out to Minkler at shortstop, his last time to bat.
I like the aggression, though. Why not?
Strike by Carlisle makes it a 1-1 count.
That was an excellent pitch. That's a pitch that
was
you just lay off.
80s, you'd say? That
80s on the paint. Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt he's throwing mid-80s here.
Oh, got a timeout called.
A check right there. You get a check. You can do that as many times as you want to. Baseball can be a little frustrating sometimes like that.
Well, it's a tough game.
Well, we've all seen a pitcher throw over.
Oh, now
Ooh, nice.
Carlisle makes the easy play. I guess that's somewhat easy, but he wanted to pick a lot of that. He wanted to get the lead runner, and said Alexis Rivera will be at third base here. You got to wonder if he's okay. That was that one hopper right at him.
Yeah, that was a great play. ideally, what he's mad at himself for, and again, it's so easy.
Just run at him.
You run at the
Run
guy.
out of the guy, yeah.
Because if he goes, yeah, you got him. But Rivera did a good job on doing something to get in his head where he just aborted mission and went to first with it.
Well, now
Get the
Alexis,
short out. That's the name of the game. You got to get outs when you're up 8-1 anyway.
inside right there to Manny Castro. Manny has the RBI single in the game.
So Manny Castro is their stud in the lineup. He's the guy
And in the three
that the whole
spot.
state knows about. Coaches know this name.
And he's going to ground one. See the throw across the diamond, smooth as can be.
Yeah, that was pretty.
But allows Rivera to come around. And now it is an 8-2 game. Alexis doing great job at the leadoff spot, able to score both times now.
You have your Kyle points. I'm going to give out a style point for that one.
All right.
Because that was nice. A little shaped up a little bit, you know. Put a little. So if you're eating a hot dog, you want to put a little mustard on it. Why not?
Well, there was some spiciness to it. Oh, inside pitch there, the Nick loading.
Yeah, 7-Eleven dog late night. That's gonna.
We'll see
Do a
how much
number
time
on
we
you.
have between games here. Quickly run across the street. Nick, in his first time at bat, flew out to center field for an out, and see if we can find some green out there, or some white even. You can if you land on the lettering of the central logo on the center marker.
Yeah.
1-0 count. You know what? Make that a 1-1.
That was another great pitch right on the paint. Batter even acknowledged that it was a good pitch.
I could see that too.
He's
You know?
like, "Yep."
2 outs though.
Oof.
Swing and a miss. Makes it a 1-2 count.
I'd say he's a little behind on that one. If you're the pitcher, you see that, you're doing it again.
2-2 count.
Comes some heat.
Gets a hold of it, but
Wide
tries
right.
to send it into the bullpen.
He scored a goal in the soccer net, but he was wide right on the goal post.
For sure.
So he's behind the pitch, you know. So again, you're throwing a fastball here. I see no reason not to.
Again. 2-2 count. Memorial bench getting loud.
Ooh,
And
then he shows me the nastiest curve of the day.
wow.
That was
Well,
a
Jake
nice
Carlisle gives up the second run, but he's able to get a K. And we'll see what the defense of Memorial can do this inning. We'll head to the top of the fourth inning, an 8-2 Portsmouth Clipper lead. Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Levy back with more after this. Well, here we go. We're at the top of the fourth inning, and just like the top of the third inning, Frank Kruk starts us off here with an outside pitch that goes for ball number 1.
Every game I find an opposing player on the opposing team that I just have a kinship for, and this is my guy. I like his style. I like his aggressiveness, and I like the old school type.
A little too high on that pitch, makes it a 2-0 count. Frank so far on the day has gotten RBI single and a walk, so he's been on base every single time.
And that
And
throw to second was nice.
holds off swinging, but the umpire says otherwise. It just goes for a strike from Ed Dimon.
I have to assume the umpires are going to be pulling double duty today. So
Oh, a little ground ball. Oh, goes foul. It should be a foul. Yeah, thank you. I was like, can't really hear the umpire as well. I felt like that. I'm not an umpire, but I definitely watched that kind of go foul.
yeah, you want to go foul.
Exactly. I didn't hear that. So, but at the same time, I was zooming in on the ball.
Yeah.
All right. Well, 2-2 count now.
Ooh.
Outside now. Full
I like-
count.
I like the pitch try. It was definitely a ball, so good call. Good call by doing. Nice
And
pitch.
a big swing and a big miss, and that goes for a K. And Memorial trying to get a 1-2-3 inning here.
Now
They've
what
had
I-
a couple tough innings so far, but impressed with what Colin brings to the table here. and we'll see what he can do versus Zingarello.
I like that Frank, when he struck out, he nodded to the pitcher, said, "Good pitch." That's what I'm talking about. That's the type of guy I like.
Oh, big swing. This could go to the. Let's see. Now Rivera's able to.
Good closing speed on that, huh?
Impressive right there, and
Throws
that
a
goes
dart
for
to
a single. At first glance, I thought that was just going to keep rolling to hooks it.
Yeah,
but
that was a nice one.
instead, Rivera was able to say, "No, I can get this all squared away."
Yeah, that ball thought he was getting food at KFC, Kennedy's Fried Chicken.
There we go. Good old Kennedy's right down the street here.
Yep.
Well, now, one out, runner at first, and we'll see what Devin Driscoll can do here. He's got an RBI double and a walk on the day.
Yep, the Driscoll brothers. He's going to steal, I think. Ooh.
Slicing it. It's going to be
Ooh,
very
Manny.
foul.
Save your effort, Manny. Good
Yeah,
try there.
that's. I didn't even use the effort to move the the camera over that way. I just said, "No, I'm good."
I do that in video games. I'll get lazy. Video games. I don't want to move my finger.
No, I knew what was coming. Driscoll. 1-1 count. Let's see what we can do here. Sends one out to Loading. Loading has trouble with the sun, but is able to get there in time. And out number 2. And that brings up the brother, Bowden Driscoll. Bowden's had a tough day of it. Is 0-for-2 on the day. Struck out in the first and flew out to exactly where his brother just did, out in right field back in the third.
It's interesting lefty-righty combo for brothers.
Oh, ball gets away, hits off of Malu, and able to move up 90 feet. Thinking about even going 180.
He is.
The throw is in time.
Yep.
And is able to get the double steal. Is that what you call that?
I mean, he's...
Or do you call that an error?
No, he's going to get credit for the steal second to third. It's a pass ball in the first one. Risky. That ball almost went out of play, too. If that goes out of play, that's a...
He's heading back to second.
Well, because he's going to third, he scores.
Oh, okay.
But if he stayed at second, he would be awarded third base.
Well, can't have any more of those right here. Ball up high. Nicely caught. And Malu able to kind of bring some, it's impressive. I mean, we had David Hood for a long time for Central, who is also the hockey goalie and then the soccer goalie. I don't know if Malu plays anything else, really.
Huh. That's interesting. But, yeah, he was able to thwart this lineup. I mean, he didn't have any earned runs.
Well, 3-0 count right here.
Ooh, nice pitch.
Held. Was obviously got the sign not to swing there.
I mean, yeah. All you can do is time it for the next one.
Yeah, exactly. So, Colin with the pitch. Bounces it, and that will go for another walk there.
Good job on the catching right there. You know, another one. That's not easy to catch. That thing bounced before the plate.
And for the 4th time in this game, and we are only in the top of the 4th here, we'll see Matthew Minkler up again. Not having the most amazing day, honestly, you can say. But time can tell.
Ooh,
inside pitch.
Yeah. So inside for a lefty, outside for a righty. That's a different look for an ump.
Well, runners at the corners here.
It depends where he lines up, too.
Ball goes outside.
Good job, buddy. He's just stopping everything. Well, not everything.
Not everything, but as best he can within his area code.
Yeah, too many errant pitches, though.
2-0 count here to Matthew. Held off. Runner took off, so now runners at second and third. Bowden Driscoll was able to move up 90 feet. So Zingarello at third. Driscoll at second. The pitch. And he sends one out to the center field. Rivera feeling it and catches it, reels it in, and No runs in that inning for the Clippers. Good job by the Crusaders keeping them at bay. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth inning and see the likes of Nick Loading, Kason Berube, and Ryan Cunningham. Manchester Public Television, glad to be with you on this Wednesday afternoon. Start of the high school baseball season for us here. And Michael Gonzalez, Kyle Huvy back with more after this. My apologies as Nick Loading was striking out in the bottom of the third. So now we will have Caden Berube, Ryan Cunningham, and Colin Logue due up to bat here. The lefty up to bat to start things off as got on with a fielder's choice back in the second inning. Oh, excuse me. He grounded out to second base.
Interesting thing about Berube, he's a switch hitter. You know that?
You know what? It's starting to make sense because I didn't really remember a lefty before.
Yeah. So can you imagine that? How hard that would be? To swing in lefty and righty?
Well, he grounded out to second base last time. Now he's going to pick the other side of the plate.
Unfortunately for him.
Unfortunately to him, he
it's
went
a video
to
game over at short.
Matthew Minkler says, all right, I know how to feel this. And
oh, yeah.
An easy throw across the diamond for out number one. And now we'll see what Ryan Cunningham can do. Ryan doing a good job at first base. Trying to read my writing when I wrote about him.
Yeah, he's also he's a pitcher, second base. He plays it all. Senior on the team, leader. Comes in some big spots. So if it is a close game, he's probably gonna come in and pitch.
Ryan walked in the second inning to start off that inning and was out on a fielder's choice.
Wow, that's nasty.
Boy, oh boy, that was
oh,
that was something.
That was something.
That was something.
I mean, it's like hard junk. It's great. That'll set up any fastball too.
0-2 count. Swing and unable to catch up to that.
I mean, forget about it. High heat after that curveball. Sit and duck. That was a nice.
Jake
job.
Carlisle gets 2 straight outs here. A big K right there. And we'll see what Colin can do. He walked as well in the second inning. Like to see him do something here.
Yep.
And he sends one out, but it looks like it's easily handled by the right fielder.
Time to go pitch.
That will do it. 1-2-3 inning for the Clippers. It's going to be up to the defensive Memorial to keep them at bay. We'll head to the top of the fifth inning. Michael Gonzalez, Kyle Hevy from Manchester Public Television. Back with more after this. Gar Hindle will be the batter here for the Clippers. His fourth time up to bat as well. As Gar's scored a couple runs and did fly out to right field back in the second inning. So here we are at the top of the fifth, an 8-2 Portsmouth lead. Swing and a miss, and look at that. Not happy with himself as he had to quickly walk away from the batter's box. Colin Lowe coming in, trying to do his business. He's definitely been a little less walks compared to the starting pitcher. Oh, look at that big swing.
Yeah, look at the wind. It's a tough wind.
He's got some baggy pants too, so you can see that it's it's still blowing pretty hard down there. You can see the fans in attendance here, more to the sunny side of things.
Ooh.
Ball high.
I mean, a good indicator would be the goalpost is literally shaking back and forth.
Yeah, weird because Trinity does not have their goalposts up, but here at Gill Stadium they have them up. So maybe, nice hit right here. Can it find a hole? Oh, it hits off of the leg and goes for a single.
Yeah, you could tell that was going to be a single right from the start because both players emerged for it, and there was really no one to throw it to if he got it.
Well, Colin should have been running over, if anything. But either way.
He went through the motions, though, get coach off his back. That helps.
Well, Elliot Miles is up to bat. Elliot has walked twice and had the 3 RBI triple back in the third inning. So we got to be careful with his bat as he obviously can square one and send it pretty far out there.
Yeah, he hit a nice ball down that one.
Oh, throw across.
Caught me off guard.
I was ready to see. Obviously, I haven't given much love to Brian Troop. He's doing as best he can out there umpiring in the field. Ball low.
Yes, Brian Troop. That's the job of an ump, though. You don't want to be calling names,
Yes, it's very, very true.
Because then I'd have to say it's Brian with an I, which he made clear to me. So I just want to get that right. Nice pitch.
I called, and
Little high, but it's there.
Elliot Miles, who on his first 2 at bats only had 8 pitches total, all 4 being balls.
Yeah.
And finally just said, all right, I'm going to send one. Ooh, inside.
Yeah, you don't want to go a whole game where you're not swinging at all.
Well, obviously he's got the best hit of the day so far. He's sending it out to right field. Throw across.
It's interesting the approach of hitters too. Some people crowd the plate. He's going with the behind, back in the box technique. To each their own.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're all snowflakes.
Sends one high up in the air. That's going to catch the jet stream and probably land at the police station on Valley Street. Didn't see. Yeah, well.
It looks like an invisible person threw it back. So that's
well done to the officer or whoever just did that. Well, we'll say Scott. Scott Bazoin does a great job here. And a big swing and a miss. And gets another K.
Yeah, you got to give it to Colin. He's racking them up. He's totally stopped the bleeding for Portsmouth. Anything they had going, he's shut it right down. Good coach move. After that, ball sailed up like that to change pitchers.
Well, Sebastian Lambert up the bat now. He is 0 for 1. Has been on base twice with 2 walks. But did ground it. Oh, ball unfortunately hits the plate. And look, he's just taken off. Oh, he decides to stop at the 40 and heads back to the second base at the 50-yard line.
If that was one pitch softball, that would be a strike.
I know. So true.
I have a feeling he has home run capabilities here. I keep going back to how do you hit fourth if you're not?
It's 312 to right field. 312 to left field as well. I see a lot of the Central West Kings showing up already. They're starting to head to the dugout, or the former Fisher Cat dugout area, or bullpen area.
Anybody over 60 years old will tell the story about how Balboni put one at the top of the JFK.
I've heard that story.
Can you imagine that ball and seeing it bounce off the JFK?
Too far for sure.
Wow.
Lamper has a 3-0 count on him. Or he's got a 3-0 count on Colin, whichever you want to say it. And he'll take a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah.
1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. And Colin's going to get a quick visit here.
Yeah, I expect this to be a pep talk, not a yanking yet. But he is getting the ball.
No, he's getting the ball taken out of his hands. And Colin Logue did a decent job today for sure.
Yeah, good job, buddy. You stopped the bleeding and you did your job. Coach is keeping him out as an honor because he wants to use him soon in a different game. Liked what he saw. Preserve him for next time. He'll probably stay in that DH role, I'm guessing.
We'll see. Juan Pena has taken the ball, and he's got some ability with his bat as well. But time will tell. Obviously, Colin Logue could easily still be there because he was the DH spot before. We'll let Coach make that decision. We'll let him see him warm up. And, oh, boy, he's already dropping the ball. This can't be a good sign. We'll see what happens. More baseball coverage from Gill Stadium after this. Juan Pena, the third Crusader pitcher of the day, comes in here in the 5th inning. Decides to throw back. Don't know if they had set that up. It was kind of an interesting decision there.
Yeah, it looked like news to the second baseman.
Well,
good job getting there.
Waiting to see the first pitch. Inside.
So we just saw his first pitch of his varsity career right there.
All right, give me a little intel on him here, Michael.
He's a junior. Probably got. I'm guessing someone saw his arm. He throws very hard.
Fouled back.
And put him in. Big spot. Guys on base. See what you got, kid.
Well, we have a substitution here for Jake Carlisle. Up to bat number 12 in Owen Moore doing and he sends one up the middle.
Wow.
Let's see where Vera's arm is up to. The throw down. It's going to be offline, and it will score another run for the Clippers, making it a 9-1 game. Owen Moore comes in and is able to get the RBI.
Oh, yeah. Off the bench, you're getting a hit. That's doubles. And that's extra supper. You get double portions for that.
Well, an RBI single puts Clippers back up pretty big here. So good job to Owen Moore.
And you know what else that does? When coach is looking for a pinch hitter, coach stops at Owen Moore.
You can rely on him to do his thing.
Shoot the middle. Boom. Good job on the center field of getting it up. Like I said, most times than not, you're going to score on a bang on those heads-up plays. So it's really hard to throw someone out.
Ooh, inside pitch, able to get that out of the way. RBI double, or single, excuse me. So I write this down properly. Ooh, my good gosh.
Yeah, you turned on that one. Where are you parked?
I actually got to think about that. I'm somewhat down there, but thankfully it stayed in the ballpark.
I can see my car from here. It's right there. If it's a field goal over the fence, I'm going home with a souvenir.
Well, Frank Krupp able to make it a 3-1 count, his fourth time up to bat. He struck out back in the fourth inning to lead off the inning, but does have a RBI single and a walk and has scored twice. Held off on that one, and
hey, we got a dozen walks now.
Right.
So congratulations to the Crusaders on that.
Something will definitely be worked on in practice the next couple of days of trying to get things squared away, because you can't have this many walks in one game. And now the bases are loaded.
I get it, the elements and everything. We'll give him a free pass on today, though.
And now a little nubbler gets past Colin. Thought about throwing home, but will just take the easy out. And another run comes around as Sebastian Lambert was able to get across the plate and put up double digits now for the Clippers. It is now a 10-2 game. Devin Driscoll now up to bat here.
Just like that, we're almost in Mercy Rule territory.
We're getting closer. Oh, he hits him in the back, in the knee area.
Yeah, that'll dead the ball. So as a catcher, you don't have to worry about getting it. But, yeah, man, that stinks, huh? You come in and get hit in the knee in a cold, windy day.
And now a new batter here for Portsmouth. This will be Xavier Lambert.
So welcome to varsity. This is not how I was hoping for it to go.
Not one bit at all. Just trying to get things going.
A sinking ship can be really it can go down quick.
Good job by Melu trying to freeze that, make it look like it was a strike, but it was not.
Good job.
Oh, little ground ball. Let's see. The tag. Not able to get there, but is able to get it across. Good job right there to get that by Nick Duclos to
He's looking for style
Cunningham.
points, too.
Yeah, that was a slick move right there, but that will do it. It'll be Ben Melu, Nick Duclos, and Alexis Rivera due up. Clippers are able to get two more on the board. It's now getting tight for the Crusaders. They got to start scoring some runs. Back with more after this. Bottom of the fifth inning here at Gill Stadium as Ben Melu up to bat here. He knocks one a little bit foul here towards the dugout. Goes for strike number one. As I thought Carlisle was done for the day. Apparently they've reconfigured the lineup, and he actually is still out there pitching, trying to go with the complete game for the Clippers with the victory. And he sends a fastball that gets past Mayhew. Maylu. I will get this right, Ben. I'm sorry. Maylu. And 0-2 goes the count. The pitch. It goes a little high. Ben again is a former catcher, or excuse me, shortstop who now is playing catcher. So kudos to him for having that baseball IQ to be able to play multiple positions. Oh, strike 3 has him looking. What a pitch right there by Carlisle. Melu is not pleased with that. Around the horn, the ball goes, and we have one out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And we'll see what Nick Duclos can do. Nick has been pretty good with the glove. Let's see what he can do here with the bat. And it's only his second time out the bat. Nick did ground out to the catcher in Carlisle back in the 2nd inning. Is the number 9 spot in the batting order. He awkwardly swings at that and now is down in the count 0-2 as well. Gotta be smart with his bat here. Strike 3, and again, I think that Carlisle has found his go-to pitch to get this strikeout. Another round the horn, and now quickly there are 2 outs here. And Xander Rivera, who's had a great day with his ability to get on base, has scored both the runs for the Crusaders, a single and a walk. Let's see if he can keep that going. Again, this Crusaders team 1-0. They did win 5-3 over Spalding on Monday. Pitch is just filthy right now. He has got that squared away, and this has been tough to go of it for the Crusaders in this inning. We'll see. 0-1 count. Swing and a miss for strike 2, and we'll see. Could be an immaculate inning at the way things are going, or nearly. Looking to make things happen. 0-2. Oh, some good eyes right there by Rivera. Well, here we go. 1-2 count. And a swing and a miss goes back to the fastball. And Carlisle runs over in excitement here. They'll use their bats again. The Clippers in control of this game, leading us 10-2. Manchester Public Television's happy to be here on this Wednesday, covering the best high school action in the area. Back with more after this. All sorts of substitutions for the Crusaders right here as Adam Jeffrey will be taking over the catching duty and Ben Melu will be heading to second base. And we'll see what they can do with the pitching of Juan Pena again, who was able to come in last inning and do a decent job here. But he'll be facing the leadoff hitter and Matthew Minkler, his 5th time up to bat here, Michael.
Yeah, they've been hitting around, couple innings, the whole lineup's hit.
It's definitely the 1st and the 3rd innings were tough innings for the Crusaders. Clippers were loving life, and now here we are. They top of the 6th inning. Minkler does a little stretch, and now...
An unassuming 10 runs, too. It's not like kind of just crept up.
4 in the 1st, 4 in the 3rd, and 2 in the 5th.
But, yeah, you're getting your practice in filling in diamonds.
I definitely got to
it.
keep remembering things, but it's tough when there's first pitch out. It's a lot of writing. Inside, called for a strike, so 1-2 count. Minkler is not pleased with that. Didn't think otherwise.
Yeah, you kind of look like a confused dog, like arr.
Fouled back our way.
You can tell this guy's got good hands,
Got to give credit to head coach Tim Hopley, who's done a pretty good job with this Clippers crew today, and then assistant coach Jeff Jablowski.
Yeah, Portsmouth is definitely the top of the tier, one of the top 5 teams in the state, I'd say.
Nearly took out Jeff Jablowski right there at first base.
Yeah,
Clippers did lose on Monday 4-3 to Nashua North. They've started the season on the road for the first 2 games. Outside pitch.
Yeah, you got a waste pitch. You know, a lot of pitchers will use that. You don't want to, you don't want to give a piped pitch. You know, should be different now.
Pena trying to get. I don't know if this is a curveball. It's just not curving, or what exactly is going on.
That looked like he overthrew on that one. You know, they always say don't aim, just play catch, but I would aim.
And a ball 4, and now Speed will be on first base.
Yeah, 10-2. That's the only reason I can see him not going, because he went on the first pitch last time he was walked. But he might go. You know, I don't see it as Bush League or anything like that. Just play hard the whole game.
That's what every player should be doing in their sport, right?
Right.
Ball 1 there. So, Minkler at first with a second walk of the game that I'm aware of.
I mean, there are spots in certain games where you want to show some good sportsmanship, but the other teams shouldn't take it personally. Just be better, I guess.
Exactly. Gar Hindle has scored 3 times. Has got a walk and a single as well up to bat right now. 1-1 count. Quick throw over to first base right there.
Definitely the coolest name in the lineup. I love that name, Gar.
We'll see what your next child comes to.
He won't be Gar. Probably.
He won't be Gar. Now a little ground ball. Taken an easy out at first base.
Hey, let's take it easy on the child stuff.
Manny Castro doing the work at first base right now.
Like every good husband, I do what she wants.
Rightfully so. Well, that moves Minkler up to second base on that fielder's choice out right there. And now 1 out. And foul ball.
I like his approach to hitting. I mean, he puts all his weight on the back foot and just kind of snaps at it way back in the batter's box. As a catcher, that's going to be a little frustrating. You never know, get that catcher's interference and you're just playing catcher.
Exactly. Well, let's see Elliot Miles here. 0-1 count. Now he sends one.
Wow.
Gets a fair ball. It's going to get through the uprights. Got to go all the way to the fence. That will score Minkler, and that will be an RBI double right there for Elliot Miles.
That is your definition textbook stand-up double. You coming in cruising, no stress, cool the cucumber.
And now 10-run lead is now just 180 feet away, and the designated hitter in Sebastian Lambert will be up to bat. Sebastian's been quiet, though, so far. He's got 3 walks and has grounded into a double play. So really hasn't put the bat on the ball, but all it takes is 1 swing.
Those are some big shoes he's wearing.
I would say they're about a size 15 from the looks of things.
For sure. That means he can hit.
Oh, and he almost swung out of his shoes on that one. Got to color some stuff in.
I'll get you a felt pen.
It might be helpful. We'll see. We got plenty of time in this season. Only the first games of the year. After this, we'll have Central West versus Londonderry, a rematch of the playoff game last year where Londonderry was able to take out Central West. So, interesting way to start the season. Central West is 1-0 after a big win the other day. And Lambert in a hole right now, 2-2.
Yes, I remember that game. It was on the road at Londonderry, and it wasn't filled with fireworks. I remember the lineup being shut down by the pitcher, though.
Very much so. Oh, full count here.
Londonderry's good at everything. Every sport.
Something
every
about being
year.
a Lancer. Lancer for life is what they say.
That's a
Ball 4. So
yeah.
for the fourth time in this game, Sebastian Lamper takes a little jog up to first base, and
RESPECT. That's what that is.
that's impressive right there. Well, Jake Carlisle will be able to come back into the game here, but we're going to have a pinch runner for Sebastian Lamper. So looking at things, number 5 for the Portsmouth squad is none other than Tucker Husky, who has been playing out in left field.
Mm-hmm.
So now we'll see what Tucker can do on the base paths.
Coach Matt D'Ambrosio is not helping out Pena. He's going to let him learn from this, and that's how you do it.
Ground ball,
Nice job.
fielded. See if we can get it. Oh, we can't get the out. And the ball goes into right field, and the runner comes around to score. And that will make it a 12-2 lead. Elliot Miles able to come around and score. Give that an E6 right there. E5, as that was just a high throw that went right over.
High throw, but you're not used to that. Typically, you're getting the ball and you're throwing it first. It's something you do maybe 1 out of 10 times, so it is a little different. But yeah, he just sailed it on him. He's going for that double play,
It would have got him out of the inning for sure. It would have been very nice to get that, but unfortunately, it did not work in the way of the Crusaders. A high inside pitch right there makes it a 2-0 count to Frank Krupp.
See if we can go for an even 15 walks on the game. 15. Can you imagine?
Ooh, instead it hit by pitch right there, and that will load up the bases.
Boy, though. He's a boss. He's like, "What's up? That hurts," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm good."
You can definitely sense that that didn't feel nice.
I mean, my back hurts. Does your back hurt? Because I feel for him.
Well, we'll see what Ryan Clark can do. Ryan is pinch hitting here for Joe Zingarello.
It's too bad bases weren't loaded, because then he'd at least get an RBI out of it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Nice
Inside
pitch.
Pitch goes for a strike.
I mean, he took a step back after seeing his buddy get hit between the numbers. He just piped it right down the middle. Good pitch. Another pitch.
Oof, look at this.
Now he called it a ball. It's close. So this is the first time I've seen off-speed.
Ryan Clark here.
Ooh.
Ball outside.
Tried to shape it up, frame the pitch a little bit as a catcher. Every yump's onto that, though.
He certainly is.
Uh-oh.
Ball gets away. They decide to hold the runner at third. Interesting move right there.
Yeah, it was. You got to do what the coach says, though.
Again.
Big snap off the backstop, though, here. It's very bouncy bricks.
Yes, certainly makes things way more different. Adam Jeffrey, though, doing a good job.
Ooh.
That does go for ball 4, and with the bases loaded,
That's an RBI.
Another Clipper comes around to score to make it a 13-2 lead. Just a tough go of things for the Crusaders on opening the season. Well, at their first home game of the year. They already obviously have a win. Now kind of a weird, see if you went too far and caught, and they're going to send the runner and play at the plate, and he is safe. So another on the board.
I mean, that's one of those balls, it's going to get the guy in. So is it sexy? Is it ideal? No, but you did your job. You got the ball farther enough out for another run, and that'll pad their potential for the mercy rule.
Well, Bowden Driscoll back in the game. He was pinch hit his last time, and he sends one over to third base, and he fields it cleanly and gets them out of the inning. But not before 3 runs come around across the diamond here to add some more runs to the Clippers' lead. A 14-2 lead. It is do or die time for sure. And here we go. Leading off for the Crusaders in the bottom of the 6th will be Xander Rivera. Xander has had a quiet day of things, has grounded out twice, once to the pitcher and Carlisle himself, and the other to the phenomenal shortstop in Matthew Minkler. So we'll see if he can get one past the infield here.
As great as Minkler was, you know how we love to pick a player in the game every time. It seems the easy pick to go for the pitcher, but hey, I love low-hanging fruit, and he's had a great game.
And Carlisle certainly has done the job of obviously 3 strikeouts the last inning pitched there. 1, 2, 3 to the likes of Ben Maylou, Nick Duclos, and Alexis Rivera. So either Xander's going to step up and do something here. 1-1 count. And he sends one over to the second baseman, fields it cleanly, and over to first for a 4-3 out. Well done there by the defense. Gar Handel able to do his thing, getting it quickly over to number 10. And
smoother than a fresh set of sheets at the Hilton Hotel.
And now, is he getting taken out of the game? My goodness.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to go complete game, but I guess they're going to protect him. But Jake Carlisle coming out of the game after 5 1/3 innings pitched, only allowing 2 runs. He's getting lots of love from his teammates. And now we'll have to get a new pitcher to finish this game off.
A couple of reasons this could happen. I mean, it could be a coach wants to get a look at someone. See if he, this could be, I want to see if he can get it done in a 4-3 game coming in like this. Let's see what he's got coming in cold.
Well, we'll see what Chris Flint can do in the pitcher spot. We'll be taking a look at him and be back with more of this great game after this. Chris Flint, see what he has in store. He has to get 2 outs, and we'll get the victory for the Clippers here. But Manny Castro, who's done damage today, he's got 2 RBIs.
I'd like to see him send one over the fence here.
Again, would be great to see. I don't know. He doesn't have to hit the JFK, but just one over the fence would be pretty smooth right now.
He's the guy that can do it on this lineup.
One pitch on him. Oh, there we go. Sent one out to left field. Hits the ground, fair territory, hits the 312 metal marker. The throw in is not going to be in time as Manny Castro gets a double there. And things are still alive here for the Crusaders. They're not going away just yet.
That's a standard play for a power hitter. Doubles all day. Doubles all day. Just trotting in the second.
Was just ready for that inside pitch and just sent it into left field. And
yeah, that hit the 312 sign in about 6 seconds.
We'll see what Nick Loden can do here with his bat. He's flown out to center field and struck out in today's game. Ball bounces. Manny had a huge lead, is able to scurry back to the base.
I don't see them paying too much attention to that, though.
I mean, 1 run isn't going to do anything, but got to give Manny credit. A single, a double, a fielder's choice RBI, and things are looking good for Manny. But the ball gets away, and he's going to scurry over to third base now, just 90 feet away from adding another run to the Crusaders over-under on the year.
Yeah, Manny Castro, he's a senior, and, I expect him to play somewhere at the next level. He's that good.
I hope so. We're rooting for him here for sure.
Probably a top 10 player in the state.
Well, 2-0 count here. Chris Flint having some issues. Ooh, bounces one again.
Taking a very liberal lead at third. Almost halfway down the base path.
Kind of in a tough spot. Chris Flint, you got to throw strikes if you're going to make an impression on your coach. And the ball goes wide. That's going to allow Manny to come around and score. The Crusaders.
Yeah, good job on that secondary lead. You want to keep an eye on things. You get that little walk towards the plate, and if it goes by, you make a burst.
Well, now catcher going to do the smart move and come out and talk to his pitcher. Maybe it's the landing spot for the catcher, for the pitcher. I'm not really sure. Gets a nice little pat.
You can do that in baseball.
You can do that in baseball. You just don't do it on the streets. Could be kind of tough.
Nope. But in baseball, all day.
Well, Peyton Robinson is now the catcher here for the Clippers. So I'm sure Peyton and Ryan Clark and Chris Flint are all appreciating getting some playing time. Ball gets past Robinson, and now Loading will be at second base.
Seems like every pitch is just coming about 2 feet short, bouncing right at the batter's box. That's overthrowing it. That's what that is.
You just let the ball go into the mitts.
So easy, right?
I mean, I've seen Brock Holt pitch in some games, and at ball 2 right there. So that's 6 consecutive non-strikes so far, and things are. We might be going to the 7th the way things are going here, Michael.
I'd say we are.
Chris Flint.
Never give up, Kyle.
Yeah.
Never give up.
Again, Carlisle got the first out. Ball low. Let's see. I don't give him the green light at this point. You know that he's having trouble finding the strike zone.
Right.
Make him work.
And be ready for hit by bat. You don't want to get hit either.
That's true. Very true. And the 3-0 pitch. And make that a ball 4. And heading to first base, Nick Loading.
Yeah, Devon's sticking with his tight strike zone, no matter what the score is. Looks like he's trying to get the work in, too.
Well, now number 3 in Adam Jeffrey, the new catcher.
All right,
Off the bat now.
Here's a spot for a new kid getting a good look, and wish him luck.
Ball wide bounces.
Yeah, it's almost like cricket in a way.
Yes, it's very similar for sure. Very, very similar.
Now, if you hit the ball after a bounce, it's still live.
Well, I haven't really had a chance to play cricket, nor have I really had the interest. But,
It's over the pond.
very much. Big in India, England.
Yep.
Again, 10 straight balls so far thrown by Flint. Make that 11.
I mean, one would assume it will be 12.
We're just waiting for it to happen. One out here, 3-0 count. Gets a fairly considerate strike call there.
That was a pity call, as they call it. Just close enough to get it, and that could turn it around for him.
It certainly could. And well, 3-1 count. Fouls went back our way. And now the count goes full.
Are these shatterproof windows?
But
this one isn't.
Yeah.
You're good.
I think mine is good. You might be in some trouble.
I'm not scared.
All right. Good to know. 3-2 count. Runners taken off, and they'll be heading back to their bases.
Okay.
All right.
That's not fair. You're driving home. Oh, look, there's a baseball game. Oh, look, there's a baseball.
Smack.
Yeah.
Thankfully, that hasn't had to happen too much in my time here, up here in the booth, but
you still get a kick out of it once in a while.
Adam Jeffrey trying to get a hit.
Got
Called strike 3. Runners do move up 90 feet, so they will be in scoring position here.
See, got that turned around on that outside pitch call and hit the same spot, and the ump rung him up.
Well, and now see what Juan Pena can do. He came in and gave up a couple runs. Now see if he can help make some runs come back. Flint still having some issues.
Yeah, he's low. He's low every time, and it's hard to make adjustments like that.
Got at the K though.
Nice pitch.
Now is called 1-1 count.
I mean, he has that all day if he can just get it up, get it above those knees.
Waiting to see if this is going to be the final out of the game or we're going to continue to play more. Fouled back and now and down in the count. 1-2. You haven't really seen Flint having a considerately dominant pitch so far. Just try to get him to swing or get him looking. He has hit the outside corner a few times here.
That's where it's looking again. Yep. Ooh.
Did not get him chasing.
Little low, little outside, but that's the sweet spot. That's what he's going for.
Again, Portsmouth looking to get the victory, up 14-3. 10-run rule. It would happen in the bottom of the 6th here. Waiting to see what's going to develop. Fouled back. Continuing this game.
Staying alive. That's all you can do.
Good shot. Good reflexes by Ed DeMond to try to stop that ball. Came right back at him after hitting the wall.
Yeah. Being a plate umpire is going to be tough.
All right, 2-2 count. 2 outs. And he sends one out to center field. Reading it, and getting the catch. And the Clippers come to Gill Stadium and get their first victory of the year. A 14-3 10-run rule here in the 6th inning.
Good piece of hitting right there. It just went right to him.
I know you were kidding about it, but I got to give the player of the game to Mr. Jake Carlisle. He did a heck of a job with his pitching and is able to help the team out a little bit with his bat as well. Any things that you want to say before we have to cut the cord and go to the next game?
Yeah, I would like to say, if you're Memorial, don't hang your head. Just get those pitches better. Don't be throwing as many walks, and you're in this game. Well, how many walks were there?
You got to be over 15 for sure.
There you go. That's all you got to say, right?
Well, for Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lar, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick, for Michael Gonzalez, my name is Kyle Heavey. We'll be back in just a little bit for the Londonderry Lancers versus the Central West Kings. More baseball action here on this Wednesday night. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.